Hi guys. My recording situation is a little bit chaotic because this table doesn't work with the camera mount. So I'm just using a tripod that I have for the camera. But so we're going to make this florist clothes today. That's the name of this pattern, by the way. So we're going to make this flower pattern, and yeah, we are going to be working in the rows instead of rounds so that this flower pattern works with that working the rows. And also here you can see the connecting stitches, rows. I don't know, this is straight, not crooked. So yeah, let's make it. We are going to need 2 colors of yarn. I'm using, these are sport weight yarn, so category 3, lightweight yarn. I'm using this kind of like, I don't know, plum color and also cream color. I got this yarn from Amazon. I'll link it if I can find it. I think it's called almond color. Yeah. So, and I'm gonna be using 3.5 millimeter hook, and of course we'll need these scissors, darning needle, and maybe we might use this, yeah, not to measure our hands, but more like I will show you the measurements for the gloves. Okay, so I'm going to be using the same color as this, except you can also use this contrasting color for the edging scallops. But yeah, I'm going to be using this almond color for the main body. So we are going to chain 19. Make a slip knot, chain 19, 1, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Now we're gonna be making slip stitch into every chain that we made, so you will have 18 slip stitch, since we are going to make the first slip stitch into the second chain from the hook. So 1, 2, make 18 slip stitch. I'm barely sitting on my chair because of the big tripod that I'm using to record this tutorial. I'm sorry if I go out of the focus, but I'm trying. Anyways, so make 18 slip stitches and then I'll show you what to do next. So I just made 18 slip stitches. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now for the turning chain, we're going to chain 1 and turn your work and make a slip stitch into the back loop only. So we're just making this ribbon pattern right here for the wrist. So make a slip stitch into the back loop only. loop only. So we're going to make this slip stitches, 18 slip stitches in a row, in one row. We're going to make 40 rows in total. So just make one slip stitch in every stitch, 18 stitches, and then in the back loop only. I'll show you again. I'm going slow here. The back loop only. Sometimes you just gotta, you might have to use your fingers to like kind of get that loop, back loop. Since this is the one of the first rows, it's hard to get the stitch. Okay, one last slip stitch, chain one and turn. So just make 18 slip stitch in the back loop only for 40 rows in total, and I'm going to show you what to do next after that. So please do not cut the yarn, because we're gonna keep working with the yarn, so do not cut the yarn. Thank you. So I just finished making 40 rows of 18 slip stitch in the back loop only. So let's count the rows together. To count the slip stitch rows, this is the first row, this is the second row. So I'm gonna count from here: 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40. Okay. And with the yarn still attached, we're going to join the two sides together. Simply chain one, put your hook into the stitch, the whole stitch, not just back loop only, whole stitch, and then to the first chain row of the first chain, so it's this one. Make a slip stitch, insert your hook into the next stitch, into the next chain space. So that's right here. We want to make sure that we're going into the right stitch, otherwise it will look crooked. I'll show you what to do next once you're done with that. So I just connected the both sides, and now pull your yarn and flip the work, flip this wristband, so just like so. Now we have something like this. Oh, I really forgot to mention, that's why I pulled the measuring tape, but right, so without the sides connected together, just flat, the wristband measured about 5 inches to 5.5 inches, and then it just fits. It's very stretchy, so it just fits just right around my wrist. Now we're going to make the tail from the first chain. We're going to make 1 single crochet into on top of each row of slip stitch that we just made. So first row will be right here. So we'll have 40 single crochets in total. 1, 2. Oh, my baby is crying. I'll be right back. Okay, so where was I? To make the single crochet on top of each row of slip stitch rows. So the first row will be right here, this one. So yeah, I said it was right here, but actually it's right here. 1, 2. Sorry, it was out of focus. I was going out of the camera. 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically just on top of every row, make 1 single crochet, and you should have 40 single crochets. Right, I'll show you what to do next. Okay, 38, 39, and 40. Let's count the stitches again. So the first stitch, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 20, 2, 4, 6, 8, 30, 2, 4, 6, 8, 40. Now we're going to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made in this row. So it's right here. Chain 1. And now we are going to make a single crochet round again. So into the first stitch, 1 single crochet. So make 1 single crochet into each single crochet stitch, and we should have 40 single crochets again. And let me get back. So I just finished making 40 single crochets. Now slip stitch into the first single crochet, chain 1. Now we're going to be turning every round from here. So we chain 1 and turn. So this is a little bit tricky, but as you can see, there is actually a stitch right here. So we're going to put our first single crochet into this stitch right here, directly into this one. So we're going to make 40 single crochets again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll show you how to make a slip stitch in this row, I guess that's how you say row. Yeah, so make 40 single crochets, and we're going to make a slip stitch, and I'll show you how to. Okay, so now making the 40th stitch into right here. So as I said, it's a bit tricky. So this right here, this loop right here, it's connected to this stitch. So in this pattern, in this tutorial, we're not going to make the last stitch in the stitch where this loop is connected to, and we keep counting the stitches, but once we make it into the flower pattern, we're not going to be counting the rest of the stitches. I'm gonna show you, but so this stitch that where this loop is connected to, we skip this loop stitch. So we made 40 stitches, 40 single crochet stitches. We're going to make the slip stitch into the first single crochet that we made. So right here. If you're not sure which is the first single crochet, you can go back and count. So this is the first single crochet for me. Make a slip stitch, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to take our stitch markers, 2 stitch markers that I forgot to mention the very first time. So we are going to count 10 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a 10th stitch. So we are going to place a stitch marker into the next stitch. So that means 11th stitch. Now, counting from this stitch marker stitch, we're going to count 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Place another stitch marker into the stitch. Now we should have 10 stitches left. We're counting from here, not the stitch marker. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, good. We have the good amount of stitches. I mean, like perfect. So, not good amount. I meant we have 40 stitches. Okay. So the reason for why we put the stitch marker is because the flower pattern starts from these stitch markers. So whenever we, let's say, whenever we make a stitch into this stitch, let's say I made a stitch, single crochet in here. Now immediately after you make the stitch, you put this right back into the stitch marker. So we don't, let's say we can keep working the pattern. If you end up making mistakes for slip stitch here end of the round and also the stitch marker, if you forget, this flower pattern might not work. It's not going to work because yeah, that's how the pattern works. So keep in mind. Now we are finally going to work on the flower pattern now. So I put the link for the flower pattern. So we're going to start working on that, starting from the row 3. That means right side. So single crochet until the stitch marker, right before the stitch marker. We are not going to be really counting these because these can get kind of confusing. Just follow me. Okay, now this is the first stitch marker. Take your contrasting yarn. Ready? Let's see. Mine is a little bit tangled. Okay. It's a little bit, okay. So, starting from row 3, it says 4 in brown color, so that means the main color. Make the first single crochet here, take out the stitch marker, place it right back in there. 1, 2, 3, so 4, but then don't finish the single crochet. That's how you change a color. Take your next color, contrasting color, and finish the single crochet. That's how you change the color. And we are going to be putting the non-working color within the stitches. So take this non-working color as well. Now it says 5 in blue, so that means the contrasting color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but then next color, it says 3. So finish this 5th stitch with the the main color, and now make 3 with the main color. 1, 2, 3, but don't finish. Take the contrasting color and make 5 in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then, oops, that was my light, I'm sorry. And then finish the color with the main color. Now you see there are 20 stitches in the pattern, so that's why we put the stitch marker, to know exactly where we start the pattern for the flower. So it says 3 in brown, so 1, 2, 3 in main color. It's the last stitch. Actually, you can drop this color right here because we are going to pick it up later. You don't need to work it all the way. 1, 2, 3. Here we're going to place the stitch marker back into the new stitch so we don't forget the pattern. Now make single crochets until you have to make a slip stitch at the end of the row. As you can see, we're working in the row instead of around. Like I mentioned earlier, we're not going to work the stitch into this stitch because this loop is coming connected here, so not going to work in there. So we're going to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet. We're going to be turning every row. So 1 chain, turn, first single crochet goes here, not here, but here. Okay, if we talked about how many stitches here until the stitch marker, we're gonna get confused, so I'm not gonna talk about it. Like I said, just need to follow this instruction, please. So now we made it to the stitch marker again. That means we are on the row 4, wrong side. So it says 3, 6, 2, 6, 3. Okay, so 3 in main color, 1, 2, just gonna bring it here, 3, but don't finish the color with the main color because we're going to change the color. 3, right, now 6 in a contrasting color. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The light keeps moving. Oh my goodness. 6. Now it says what? 2. 2 main color. 1, 2. And also I need to mention that this contrasting color always stays in the wrong side, but the main color, it can go everywhere. Now it says 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So by that I mean like make this contrasting color inside the glove. Maybe that makes more sense. 6. And now it says 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So I will go show you one more time, one more row, then I'll just tell you to do the 19 until 19 rows by yourself. So we are on row 4. I haven't been speaking in English, so my English is a little bit bad, but bear with me. The last stitch, not into the stitch because the loop is coming from here and connected. So make the slip stitch into the first single crochet, chain 1 and turn. Every row we're turning. Now make the first single crochet here. Make single crochet until we meet the stitch marker. Now row 5, 3, 7, 1, 7, 2. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So now 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now it says 1, and 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then pull this yarn into the wrong side. Didn't work. It says 2, 1, 2. I think that you see the pattern now. Yeah, so just work your way until the row 19. I'm going to show you from row 20. Row 19 as in the PDF pattern that I put in the link below. So I'll show you what to do next. We're actually going to make the thumb hole. So thumb hole. Yep. So make the flower and we'll get to the next part. So now I'm finishing the row 19. Slip stitch, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to make the thumb hole. Make 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Make a single crochet to the next. Baby is crying, so I'll be right back. Okay, I am back. Technically, I never left because, yeah, but okay, so we made 6 single crochets, 6 chains, skipped 6 single crochet, and then made 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So far we have 6, 6, 13, so 14, 15. So we're gonna make 40 single crochets. I mean, including the 6 chains, we should have 40 stitches. We're still going to make another row and other row and other row, so make single crochet until you slip stitch. Yep. Okay, so we're going to make slip stitch again. Make sure that you skip in this last stitch. Not last stitch, but like more like this space, because this loop is coming and connected to this single crochet. So okay, slip stitch. I'm sorry, I sound breathless. Okay, now chain 1 and turn. After you slip stitch, we're going to make single crochet until you meet the chain space, so until here. Okay, so now we are going to make 1 single crochet in each chain space, so that means 6 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. Well, something a bit odd, but we're going to count the stitches and we should have 40 stitches. If not, we do something wrong. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 30. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yes, I don't know why, but I don't have 40 stitches. I'm going to go back. So yes, last round we did 6 single crochet, 6 chains, and skipped 6 single crochets and put single crochets in the next. Okay, so we should have 40 stitches now. I'm sorry, that took a long time. Turn your work. Did I? I'm not sure. Okay, turn your work. And make single crochet this entire round, a row, now make it back. Okay, 40 stitches. Now slip stitch through the first single crochet, chain 1 and turn. Now we're going to make another single crochet round or row, so make 40 single crochets, and I'll show you what to do next. Okay, 40th stitch. But then if you're going to make the edging, so scallops, I call them scallops, I guess, with the contrasting color, you're going to not finish this stitch yet. You're going to take the contrasting color and finish this 40th single crochet with the new color, so the contrasting color, like so. This is a thumbnail. Now you're going to slip stitch with the new color to the first single crochet, chain 1. Now skip this stitch right here, make 6 double crochets into the same stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 2, make a slip stitch. Now skip 1, and into the next stitch we're going to make 6 double crochets into the same stitch, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Skip 2, 1, 2, make a slip stitch into the next, skip 1 and make a double crochet 6 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And you're gonna want to do that the whole row or round, and I'll show you what to do next. I'm doing my last scallop, so skip 2, slip stitch, skip 1, make 6 double crochets into the same stitch, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we're gonna make the last slip stitch into the first slip stitch, chain 2 and cut. Or I have to show you guys how to do the left thumbhole. So we did the right hand. Let's see how it looks. We did the right hand, so that means I'm going to show you guys how to do the left thumbhole or the left hand. So stay, and I hope that you can finish the left glove as well. Yeah, so I'm not going to cut this because I have to frog it and show you guys, but that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy. I'm not done yet though. Yeah, so that's how it looks. I'm frogging this, but this is such a pain because I used fluffy yarn, both fluffy yarn, so it's a little bit of pain. But so I just wanted to let you know that you are going to have to repeat the whole process again until row 19 for the left glove, and you will have to follow the instructions on the left glove that I'm about to show you after I frog this fluffy yarn. Okay, so I'm going back to row 19. So pretend that I'm doing left hand. So I am about to finish this row 19 of the left hand. The base connected to this stitch. So okay, I'm going to make a slip stitch into the first single crochet of the row, chain 1 and turn. Now here, where are my stitch markers? Actually, I cannot find my stitch markers. Pretend that I have stitch markers, so let's use this. Okay, so go back to the first so we're starting here. We turned, chain 1 and turned. Now we want to see the right side of the glove, and then from the last stitch right here we're going to count 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to put a stitch marker here. We're going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then into the next stitch we are going to put a stitch marker that I'm missing. Pretend that I did. So count 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and count 6 again, 6, and to the next stitch put a stitch marker. So you should have 2 stitch markers. Okay. We're going to make a single crochet until we get to the first stitch marker. And I'll show you next what to do next. I'll show you what to do next. I'm making my 25th single crochet, 26, 27, and make a single crochet into the first stitch marker, take it out and chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then into the stitch marker you're going to make a single crochet. So that makes it 28 and 6, so 34, 35, and you you should have 5 more stitches to work on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, good. So just make sure that you have 40 stitches. I'm doing this again. I'm making mistakes today, huh? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8. One, 2, 3, 4, 6, 30. I guess I have to, yeah. Just making sure that you have 40 stitches in the row. Now turn, chain 1 and turn, make a single crochet into every stitch. This tutorial took longer than I expected. So make 6 single crochets into the loop. 3, 4, 5, 6. And make single crochet into every stitch until you meet here at the end. I'll show you how to do the rest. Slip stitch. Now chain 1 and turn. Make 2 more single crochet rows. So you're gonna make one row of single crochet, 40, slip stitch, and turn so that you're back here. So you're gonna make 2 more rounds, just like we did for the right hand. And then once you get back here, you're not going to turn because we're going to do the scallops. So just repeat the scallops, and you should have 2 gloves, left hand and right hand. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions, please write in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you. And I guess as usual, I couldn't speak much English. I couldn't speak English very well. So I don't know. I haven't been able to communicate with my friends. I've been texting my friends, but I have not been, speaking to friends one-on-one. So in person, I guess that's why my English is horrible right now. But yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know. Yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. And oh yeah, you can sell. You're able to sell the finished projects of the gloves. Just please don't forget to mention me. Thank you. Bye bye.